Hi, I'm RJ Baxter with Fairway Independent Mortgage with your Saturday strategy. This week, I want to talk about that listing that's been sitting on the MLS for a little while that you might be having a hard time getting interest for, and it's just not selling. And you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, right, all my listings are selling in 2 or 3 days. It's like crazy out there. And that's a lot of you, but some of you might have a listing like this that's been sitting for a little bit too long. And in this market, 2 weeks or 3 weeks is a long time, right? So if you have a listing like this that you need to generate some new interest in, I have a very, very clever strategy for you this week. Now, traditionally, one of the ways to generate more interest is to do a price reduction. And sometimes that can be the kiss of death for a property and for your sellers to help them to get top dollar. So this strategy is something to try before dropping the price. It's called the seller incentivized financing strategy, also called the seller buy down. But I like the term seller incentivized financing because for a buyer, it's more, they can understand more what that might mean. So it's going to generate interest as to what is this seller incentivized financing? And you might be asking yourself the same thing. So let's talk about what this is. So let's say you were going to drop the price by, I don't know, $500,000 house by 1%, by 5,000. So in that scenario, your seller is going to net 5,000 less on the sale if they get an offer at 495. So they're not too bad, but they're going to get a little less than what they expected, and the buyer is going to get a little bit better deal by 5,000. Now, in loan terms, if someone's putting 20% down on a property that's 500,000, that means they're going to be borrowing $4,000 less on that property. So if they're borrowing $4,000 less, that's going to improve their payment by maybe $20 a month, something like that. It's about $5 per thousand less that the borrower borrows on the property. Now, with seller incentivized financing, what you do is you offer to the buyer, instead of a price reduction, you instead offer a seller concession that can be used by the buyer to obtain a lower interest rate. Now, let's take a look at an actual example. So if you have a $500,000 home sale, and you're offering a $5,000 concession to the buyer to obtain a lower interest rate, let's say that the buyer can buy down the interest rate by 0.3% from, just as an example, 3.25 to 2.875. In that example, the buyer is going to actually be able to reduce their payment by $81 a month. Now, that's something that can move the needle as opposed to $20 a month, and $4,000 or $5,000 in additional equity by getting a little bit lower price, probably not going to move the needle quite as much as saving $81 a month on their payment because of the seller incentivized financing. So this is a great strategy to try out and to generate more interest in your property. Meet some more buyers this way because you're going to generate more inbound phone calls on the property, maybe pick up another client that way. So give me a call if you have any questions on this strategy. I can run specific numbers for your listing to see how this might be something you can offer out in the marketplace to generate more interest. So I hope that helps you guys out. Once again, my name is RJ Baxter, Fairway Independent Mortgage. You guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.